On this episode of DIY Roof Repair, we're going to flat bar this chimney apart, clean it all up, prep it all, get it all ready to go back for your guys' knowledge. Maybe you might learn something and benefit from it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I also will say there might be some areas where it will just fast forward through if there's not much going on. It's just repetitive flat barring it out to keep the video short enough for you guys to stay engaged, to actually learn something from it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, smash it on the way in. Appreciate you watching, taking the time out of your day to learn something with me. So let's get into this. All right, we're gonna get started right up on the back side here. It's always good to start from the top, the highest point, and work your way down, because once you reveal this section of nails and you split that, it makes it easier for the next one. So don't work bottom up, work top down. Anyway, we're just gonna start by splitting these apart. Probably gonna take this one out, so we need to get these nails out and this row of nails out. This is the Owen Corning Sure Nail. So at times they come apart really easy. This morning it was a little cooler when I was here, and they popped out rather easy. It's heating up now, so they're sticking a little bit more, but it should still be all right. Got this one right here. Just want to make sure you're not fighting putting it back because your shingles aren't removed far enough, or you left some, or whatever the case may be. They don't have any Sure Nail, any duration, so I've got Oak Ridge to go back. It's pretty close in color. It's driftwood, I think partially because it's faded over time. It's not going to hurt the quality of the repair. You just might see it if you're back here. Being a low slope, you're not going to notice it very much. And in my estimate, I did clearly specify close in color. Look what we got here. Wow, no paper. I bet it's like that all the way down and around. What is the kind of crap they got going on right there? Be interesting to see what we're going to get into on this. Water dripping out. So this cellophane was actually stuck to this from the manufacturer, and the sealer strip's supposed to stick down to it. But what we got is water stuck in this part because it's trapped. That's why you got water running out. More importantly, why is water getting in there? That's what I want to know. Video will probably be done up in a couple parts. It's close to noon. I'm getting a late start on this. I had some other things to do. I do need to break off for lunch, get some metal bent. So there will be a couple cuts to the video. This metal is way too small back here. I hope there's no bad wood, just to get me done a little easier. Whoever did the original roof left some ice and water on there. So at some point, you don't have to keep going all the way out and down. You can start a stagger. just want to make sure you got enough offset and there's no nails right in that area. We're going to follow this stair step down a little bit. Somebody in a previous video, fairly recent, they were referring to a book. He's like, oh, I don't even remember what the comment was, but it was about a book. I was like, what are you talking about, a book? We call it a stair step. Pattern, stagger pattern, the lead. Many different things I've heard it called, which brings me to another point. In another video, somebody at some point had said, oh, he can tell because of my lack of terminology, I don't know a damn thing on what I'm doing. Now, I'll say, depending upon where you live in the country or world for that matter, people refer to things differently. So, you can think what you want. I appreciate the engagement comments. They just left the paper short the whole way. It's not uncommon to see guys drawing in to do this, but then a guy behind him will come in and wrap it with ice and water. This did not get done. I'm gonna make sure I can get it back far enough here to get my ice and water over the paper. Alright, we're far enough back. Make sure you get all your nails cleaned up, cleaned down. I'm going to grab my hand wand magnet here in a bit, pick all that up easily. But more importantly, we'll make sure it's prepped. You don't have any nails that got forgotten or left sticking up, because you don't want them to break through the new shingles. Now we're going to get all this counter flashing ripped out of here. I'm not going to work around it. It's all been quoted to be redone. Also, if you're worried when you're putting the counterflash in, relying on the keys to lock it in with some sealer, GSL, you can also put pins in it, whether Tapcon or just pins. Use a hammer drill and drill into the brick. Like say right here, you want to pin this, you'll drill in through it right here. Make sure you keep it back a little bit. And you'll use Tapcons or drive-ins to drive in, you tap them, and as the shank goes in, it flares out a piece of metal, locks it in, pins in there. They work pretty good, but not necessary. For the most part, I believe the wood is solid. It's holding me. It's not sagging or giving any. It's just a slow leak they've had over time. Nothing bad. If it were, you'd have to cut it out. You don't need to do the whole sheet. What you would do is you'd come back from one truss to another, or preferably over one to the third. That way it's solid and rigid. Just get your skill saw blade set deep enough, follow your line that you're going to crack where your truss is, cut that out, replace it. This is pretty good. We're going to chip away some of the mortar that's not necessary so your metal shingles can lay flat. That's partially why that was so stuck up. Nobody wanted to address it. Now, it's not hard to do. Alright, let's clean this down. Get all the trash moved back out of the way, clean it up. I don't have my gun and hose with me, so this is a good stopping point. I don't live far from here. I'm gonna go back, get my lunch, get my air compressor, gun, air hose, everything I need to get this put back real quick, because I'm not gonna fight this. This is big enough where I don't want to necessarily use the mag hatchet. In a pinch I will, but you got pneumatics, well, might as well use them, make your job go easier. Yeah, I'm gonna get this cleaned up, go get my lunch. We'll be back here in a jiffy. Jiffy. Who says jiffy? Did I just say that? We'll be back here in a moment. We'll be right back.